with the recent chain of events, how safe truly are Indian skies anymore? Because there's a lot of undue pressure on every worker involved in aviation, specifically the pilots.
Safety, airline safety is very high as compared to other modes of transport. It is also very high because of the technology that we use. From 1960s, 70s, there were a lot of technical failures and accidents happening. The next generation of aircrafts are much safer.
Hmm.
They have safer systems, and it is not that the pilots are not making errors. They are making errors, but the technology is preventing major disasters. That's why there's a sharp drop in the number of accidents. But like I said, the humans are still making errors.
So,
So those errors are likely to pass somewhere. And now the life is getting more stressed, complicated, and flying is becoming more hectic.
mhm,
So the systems are becoming more complex. So the aircraft may become simpler, safer, but there are other things which are combining and making the end product is more complex. So in safety, we say that we have to decouple these events. So if you have too many events combined together at close space, then there's a likelihood of an accident or an error to pass through. So we have to space it apart, decouple. That can also translate to de-stress. If you're trying to juggle too many things, you're basically stressing yourself. So you have to slow down,
right.
right? And for that, your question was the job of a safety manager or the head of safety. In what I have observed worldwide is that people follow typical roles, that this is your responsibility to keep accident rates down below this level, accidents rates below this level, and you have to do these. So your JD will have certain parameters. But from a philosophical level, that is not good enough. There are certain things which are oversimplified. For example, in every safety course, you will hear about the Swiss cheese model.
Hmm.
Swiss cheese model is like the cheese, and there are holes in it. When all the holes align, the error passes through. That is what we have been taught. At least I've been hearing it for the last 30 years. But if you talk to a person who's involved in safety, they'll say this is a very simplistic model
Hmm.
and this is not basically practical. But we continue to teach in the classrooms
Hmm.
and even to the pilots, Swiss cheese model. Because those holes in real life are in motion, they are not static. Human beings, they keep changing, and organizations, there's a change, your environment changes. So they are always moving, right? What we teach them that it is static and the holes align and the error passes through.
Hmm.
So that is the simplistic model. So as a safety manager, you have to have a higher understanding of safety. Uh, that's why we say that when things are calm and no accident incidents are happening, the experts in safety are more worried. They're more anxious that now where is the next event going to happen?
Hmm.
In which space? From where is it going to come?
Right.
So they are going through a lot of data, trying to analyze trends and all that. This is the area where there is a likelihood of an accident happening, then
Right.
to cover that up. So there's a lot of work. Like you say, you work more during peace than war. So when you're at peace, you train insane, so that when you're at war, it is easier for you.
Right.
So that's why your fallback is always training what you have been trained for. So that has to become a natural uh, part of yourself that without thinking you apply what you have been trained for.
Yeah.
So the brain basically uh, has a typical learning curve, and there's always a forgetting curve also. If you don't refresh, the brain has a the moment you start learning and stop learning, the brain starts forgetting. So the safety manager has to look at the higher aspects,
Hmm.
the philosophy of learning and safety.
Right.
So there's something called safety one and safety two concepts, and then you have the X and Y concepts, McGregor's. Safety one, safety two is also very simplistic style of thinking, which means that accidents are not happening every day. This also means that people are doing something right, that accidents are not happening.
Yeah.
So why don't we concentrate on what is going right instead of concentrating on what went wrong?
Right.
Out of a million flights, there was one accident. So why don't we look at the million minus one and see what is it that we did right, that an accident did not happen on this flight,
Right.
rather than concentrating on that one flight where the accident happened, and then try to preach that do this or don't do this.